Namaskar, this is me, Swetha Reddy, senior journalist. Now I'm going to tell you regarding amazing apparatus. It's called Pure Prana. Pure Prana has been deployed and tested in over 169 hospitals in the operation theaters, ICU and CCU, patient recovery and labor rooms, laboratories and places where there is a possibility of the spread of infection and air contamination by generating sterile ionized oxygen from the air through nanotechnology by scientist Mr. K.H. Sastry. The Pure Prana device was improved to add a sterile oxygen outlet to which a nasal cannula be added to breathe in sterile ionized oxygen to improve the function of the lungs and also to recover from the COVID-19 infection. The negative charge sterile oxygen generated by the Pure Prana device completely eliminates positive charged virus and bacteria by bombarding its RNA itself. It is ideal for homes, offices, banks, retail outlets, supermarkets, beauty parlors, hospitals, recovery areas, and home isolation for COVID-19 recovery patients. And coming to the health benefits of Pure Prana, oxygen sterilizer, weapon to bioweapon, this oxygen sterilizer kills the coronavirus in the room where it is placed and turns the room into corona-free zone. It kills all types of dangerous and harmful virus around us. It is made with negatively charged ions, and when this air enters into the lungs, it charges the lungs and make them strong. It can be placed at ICU, hospitals, hotels, resident schools, etc. Now I'm with Ismail Ji, who is an international entrepreneur who has been through the experiences of Pure Prana, and he has also used it. He has also felt very great using this Pure Prana, and he will explain you the magic and miracle of this apparatus. Good evening, Ismail Ji. कैसे हो आप?
Bas, thank you very much. I'm doing well.
Right. Can you please show us the apparatus, how it looks?
This is the apparatus. I was looking for a product for the safety of my father and safety of my house, and I came across this product, which I was told is already present in 169 odd hospitals. The scientist explained to me very clearly that the reason of him inventing this apparatus was to curb the cross-contamination of air in labor rooms, in operation theaters, in laboratories, and mainly the patient would go in with one symptom, but he would get infected. And with another possible contamination. So the labor rooms, the laboratories, the air in which the bacteria and the virus germinate were issues. Mainly, the scientists explained to me that the virus and the bacteria are all positive charged, whereas this apparatus of his creates sterile negative charged ions which are emitted through this apparatus. Now these negative charged ions which are emitted through this apparatus completely kill the virus and the bacteria right from the RNA itself. Now, I asked him quite a few questions, what I had in mind, and he gave me all satisfactory answers. The main answer that he gave me was, I asked him, is that how come during the time of the coronavirus that you have come up with a product like this? He said, no, I came up with this product 8-9 years ago, and I have deployed it and tested in all operation theaters, in all hospitals by doing a swab test. A swab test is that you take a cotton and you take the surface of of any part in the operation theater, in all the parts of the operation theater, to see what is the effect of virus and bacteria that is present in the air and present on the surface. Mr. Shastri did the swab test and then switched this on. After 48 hours, he asked for a swab test to be done again. And in the second swab test, there was 99.999% eradication, and there was no existing of bacteria, virus, mold, fungus, and everything else. So when we came to bacteria and virus and fungus, Mr. Shastri explained to us very clearly that the virus, the COVID virus, is also a positively charged virus. And the mold and fungus are also positively charged. The mold and fungus that infect the lungs, there is only one solution for the infection to be removed, because the lungs are very, very delicate and very, very sensitive. There is no medication or there is no operation that you can do for the lungs. The only thing that can penetrate the lungs and kill the virus in the lungs is negative charged sterile oxygen.
So
Which
when you first time used this apparatus in the laboratory, when you put this, respiratory cannula in your nose, what
Yeah.
kind of experiences you have been through?
See, it's a funny story, because in the laboratory itself, everyone stepped out for lunch, and I was sitting in the laboratory, and I took this nasal cannula, and incidentally, Mr. Shastri, after this Corona second wave hit, he made this pipe so that a nasal cannula can be fit into this like this. And then we just connected it to the nose. So incidentally, what happened is when everyone stepped out for lunch, I put this into my nose, and I dozed off. And normally in the afternoons, I snore when I doze off for a power nap. But this prevented snoring. I did not snore even one bit. And Mr. Shastri has told me very clearly that he has tested it on asthmatic patients. He's tested on patients who have sleep apnea, snoring, and any place which has mold or fungus can be cleaned up in a matter of a few days. So this sterile oxygen that goes into the lungs is the answer for the black fungus, the yellow fungus, the white fungus that is now we are hearing. Tests are being done on this, but for asthmatic patients, for patients with cough, for patients with any symptoms of the coronavirus, this apparatus is the only solution, because only sterile, negative charged oxygen that is created by this apparatus, which you are asked to inhale, which you are asked to inhale through this cannula, is the answer for the corona second wave. Secondly, the the most important thing is that isolation in houses where everything is not open, where there are windows and doors and there are rooms which have to be, where a patient is isolated, nobody can enter the room or exit the room. This cleans up the air in the room. This cleans up the isolation area. So a person who's got COVID symptoms, who's isolated, this one keeps the whole room sterile. For a person,
Right. Thank you, Ismailji, for giving your experiences and the experiences you've been through when you have used this oxygen sterilizer and respirator. Thank you so much.
Thank you.